we're going to draw something with just cool colors. Some colors look cool, like blue and green, and purple can be a cool color. And then we have warm colors like red, orange, and yellow. And brown is also a warm color. But today we want cool colors. And so we're going to draw a scene that looks cool also. We're going to start with a snowman, and we're going to draw him over on one side. One thing about drawing is that we don't always want something smack in the middle. It's usually kind of boring if things are right in the middle. If we put things off to the side and put something else over here, it makes your eye bounce back and forth, and it makes it look more interesting. So for our snowman, we've got a circle, and then we're going to draw another circle, and we're going to draw another circle, and we've got 3 circles. It doesn't look like a snowman yet, so we need some shading. We're going to pretend the light's coming from over here. We're not going to draw a sun because we would need warm colors for that, and this is going to be only cool. But if the sun is coming from this side is going to be pure white, and this side is going to be darker. And we're going to shade this with a blue. We are not shading the whole circle. We don't want a blue snowman. We're just shading one side here. So this is the shadow, and blue is an excellent color to shade white with. If you shade with yellow, you'll get yellow snow. If you shade with brown or black, it will look dirty. But blue will give you a nice, clean looking shadow for your snowman. And we're going to put a shadow on the ground. So now he looks like he's actually standing there. We'll give him some eyes and a mouth, make this guy happy. And then we'll draw a couple of bent lines for our arms. And then we'll give him some fingers. And there's our snowman. Now, we need a background. We want to know where he is. So we're going to make some mountains. Some kids will do mountains going up and down and up and down and up and down like this. First of all, that doesn't really look like mountains. And second, this takes you a long time, especially if you wanted to shade all these guys. We don't want up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. We want gentle like this. We're going to go about a third of the way from the top. We're not drawing ground down here. We're drawing ground back here. This is stuff that's far away from us. So there's one mountain, and then there's another one, and another one. And that's all we really need. We just need 3 mountains. And we're going to shade these on the same side as the snowman. Now these are snowy mountains, so they're going to be just all white. Now, to make our mountains look a little bit more interesting, we're going to shade some little areas that come down like this. And they kind of disappear. And now it looks like the mountain's got little ridges and valleys in it. It's not just a big round cone. The ones over on this side should be thinner than the ones on this side because the sun can get in there better. There, we've got some first-class mountains. Now, we're going to make some hills. So, he's in our foreground. This is the background. In between, we need something. So, we're going to make a couple of hills like this. And then, we're going to make one that goes behind the snowman. And maybe one over here. So, this is our mid-ground, and we're going to shade these also. And then we'll put a couple little areas of blue just here and there. We want to do these very, very light, just showing that the ground isn't perfectly level. We've got little shadows and valleys and things on our snow. And that looks pretty good. Now we want to use some other colors here, so we're going to do some trees. And there's a couple of ways of doing trees, and this is a really easy way. You just draw a line, and then you start at the top and kind of go back and forth, and you get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's a pretty good tree. This is a good simple tree to put like way back over here. We can also draw up and go big and get smaller and smaller and smaller. Another way to do a tree, let's do a tree right over here. And then we'll make some branches that come out. And then we'll kind of do this on the branches. This is a more detailed tree. This is a tree you want close to you, because it would be hard to draw that way back there. And back here, we just need lots of little trees. We can just do little lines and see trees. And if a tree is kind of close to us, then we can do it this way. And if a tree is really close to us, we want to add a lot of detail like this. And we want these to get smaller as we get to the top. This is also good for drawing Christmas trees. And now we want a shadow. So we're going to take our blue and we're going to make a little shadow here. And then we're going to get it big because the leaves are casting shadows as well. There we go. That's a pretty good scene. I'm going to show you how to draw a really, really good sky. We're going to draw with the back of the crayon, because the back of the crayon gives you a nice wide line like this, and we don't want to push down very hard. Let me show you a bad example. I see a lot of children try to draw a sky, and they get the crayon and they go really dark like this, and they push down hard and they just get that in there. This does not really look like a sky. I mean, the sky is blue, but is the sky really that kind of blue? And this is going to take you a long time. As you try to color this in, and you go different directions, it's not going to look like sky at all. Here's an easier way, and the easy way gives you a better sky. The easy way is to go left, right. Don't go up and down. Go left and right only, and just barely touch the crayon. That's a good sky blue. And wherever that there's white, that's a cloud. We will draw skies more in another episode, but the way you draw a cloud is by not drawing a cloud. You just make the sky and you leave a space, and there's your cloud. So there's a pretty good snow scene. We've done only cool colors. It looks pretty good. We've got an interesting composition where your eye looks at the snowman and you look at the tree, and you look at the snowman and you look around here and you look at the snowman again. And because your eye is moving around, it makes it more interesting to look at. Hope you've enjoyed this one. This was a short one, but we're going to do another one right after this on doing warm colors.